Something's fucked up with this haircut I gave myself.
There's something a little Dumb and Dumber about it. Let me see. Mithy? Wait, look down at me. Put your chin down so you can see.
What?
There you go.
Welcome to the Ford Monsters video podcast.
Episode 6. We have music this episode by Adriana Crickle.
As well as by Golden Pastime. Yeah, what the fuck happened? Oh, man.
Well, as a kid, I did some plays where I had some parts or whatever, but I haven't done any sort of acting since high school, basically.
One thing that I do know about acting from when I was in a high school play is that you're supposed to say yes and.
See, there'll be these tracks on all the roads. You'll drive around in these little communal pods and they'll take you where you want to go.
So that won't ever work.
You're supposed to basically agree to whatever's going on, whatever's getting thrown around.
And do as I say! Now take out the garbage!
Rather than think, no, I'm not gonna do that. Which is what sometimes happened when making our film.
Because I was playing myself, I would be like, well, I wouldn't do that.
As if I was being an asshole for telling you what to do, but I was just trying to direct
But
a
half
scene.
the time you were being an asshole. I mean, you were legitimately being an asshole.
Yeah, but only after things weren't going the way I was wanting them to go.
Spin it off.
No, it was my fault.
What was wrong with my performance?
It was fine. All right.
What was wrong with my performance? I don't think that I was very articulate in getting what I wanted out of you.
I was probably a shitty actor to work with because I didn't really pay attention to what anybody was saying to me. I was always sort of thinking about the camera and the lights and just sort of worried about the technical aspect of what was going on.
We had been working on the film so hard that we were no longer inspired by one another. So it was very difficult to work on scenes in which we needed to have some sort of emotional honesty in the performance.
And we needed a way to break this cycle.
She said that her parents had offered to give her acting classes, and she wanted to look at some different places to study. So I gave her Sally's number, and I remember she wrote it down. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
Children have it when they're born, in full expression, and then through life we start holding things in and contracting until we make ourselves sick.
Is there ever gonna be anyone who loves me?
A lot of students have a lot on their plate right now. Create from it.
Yeah! You're ahead of the game!
A very, very good acting class, the best I've ever been in.
It was really, really beautiful, Mike. I teach bravery and expression and creativity.
Why would I lie to my mom?
It's rare to find a studio that allows that kind of freedom and generates these rich performances that we do generate.
I really do want you to take it to the next level, into the forbidden. Your emotional life will come up. Know your talent can handle it.
Let me go. Kick your head.
I love her and I fucking hate them.
You really allow yourself to show who you are and break down all these barriers. That's the best part about acting. People can really get a lot out of opening up.
You take the elevator down to the heart, and it's another show. You're great, and it's safe here.
My mother told me that I was a fantastic actress because I would go to family things and I would act. Hi. And then I would scream.
I was afraid of my truth.
She'd just say, stop being overdramatic.
I put my head down and I walked away.
I'm not acting. I'm feeling. I have feelings. And then eventually I stopped them all. So in order to start feeling again, I started to study acting. I wanted to study the relationship between people, and I wanted to study how people talk to each other because I didn't speak for a really long time. Brad's the one who made me not crazy. I thought I was crazy all of my life until I met that man.
Get on your hands and knees. And throw up. Just start throwing up. Your creativity's trying to expand. It's genius, and all of that is just stuff we have to learn.
As an artist, I am extremely critical. It's to the point where I can't even like create my own art because I can't even get it out of me. This is really uncomfortable for me. And if it doesn't feel safe, that's why I'm in class.
Do you trust me or another classmate enough to be a part of this journey creatively? Let the anger go a little, let the confusion go, let the primal animal stuff go. Stay connected, let the intimacy be there, and quit running from your heart all the time.
He built a nest just to give to us.
I'm here. I don't know how much more committed I could be. I just bought this fucking studio. Honestly, I'm here. I've chose my life to be here.
I was forced to be very boxed in, not expressing who I am. So look where I am. I'm in this room supporting people to express themselves. Everybody leaves fucking class. I've heard so many fucking excuses, and I'm very aggressive today, and I'm kind of liking myself right now because the truth is I'm finally saying what I'm feeling. I don't think I can take the tease of these beautiful moments and then the taking them and shipping them all across the world. I'm in a lot of pain about things like that, guys. A lot. How much do you think gets taken from me? You know? Do you? You can imagine. Where's Sabrina? I'm not coming back to class. Is that because that fucking facialist was so fucking on? There was like a movie? Is that why? Because I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
We were learning how to receive direction.
Yeah, oh my God. Can I touch you just a little bit? God damn it!
Go ahead, pull on.
What the hell is up with you, God?
I loved it. I really did love it.
And we were learning a lot about how to give direction by watching how Brad would get performances out of his students.
I want you to scare this room.
Since Brad had expressed interest in creating his own projects, we wondered why that hadn't occurred yet.
I guess somewhere I didn't feel that it was possible to completely do something or create something.
When Brad offered to help us out on set with some reshoots,
We were thrilled. He came on set and helped some of the students with their performances, and he helped us with ours.
It was the first time in my life that I felt that two people, you, Aaron and Susan, that I felt safe enough to collaborate with.
And then we realized that there was a character in our film that we could recast and have Brad play.
I was blown away what you did with my footage, acting. And to have two people do what I normally do for everybody else touched me so deeply.
when Susan and I finally had a cut of our film that we felt ready to show people, we held a test screening at the acting studio.
The screening felt good to me. Very intimate that day for us all. We were enjoying that day here.
Seeing our film for the first time with a group of people really was amazing.
Like something good happened, and then the intimacy increased, and our relationship and everything kind of came together.
Afterwards, we had a discussion to get feedback.
And this is where we first started talking to Liz.
I invited Liz, who was a friend of mine, who I thought would be a very instrumental person in providing feedback and maybe even working with you guys.
I asked the question, so, things are moving very fast. What do we need to do to prepare this for the festival? Just how much is enough with the promo out there? And it was a tone, wasn't what was said. Emotion.
I know.
It was the energy.
I mean,
What needs to be done? Yeah. And in one sweeping motion, a vulture came down. It was like the day the world changed. That non-relationship that we keep with people that are the most important. Oh, I'm gonna switch it here. I'll switch it here. I'll switch it here. But if we're here, we may just have to be a little real. Did we all get scared like a good lover, Did we get scared of the beauty of it, because the birth of the baby? It's like when the baby's born and the one parent leaves, part of me thinks that was going on. All the stuff with the publicist came in. That to me became the other lover. And that was painful because I knew I was a better lover, and I knew you guys were better lovers. I knew our relationship was much better than that ever was. So it was almost like when you're dating someone and they break up with you to go out with a big fucking whore.
We hired Liz to help promote our film at Slamdance in the hope that her promotion would help us get a deal to release the film.
People's lives are changing. Don't know how you guys are feeling. Life is changing, whether you're on the roller coaster or not, and I know you guys are feeling it. You have to be feeling the world going like this. And if we're not making the changes, I'm feeling the world making the changes for me.
Shortly after getting into Slamdance, people started asking for things.
It's weird. Slamdance really did do a weird thing, man.
Mark wanted to write a song for the film.
And I can't wait to finish the single. I played some of it for Aaron.
The song?
Yeah.
You guys know what shit's on the burner. We do weird shit. That's usually when we act out in some fucking way.
Cassie wanted us to write a new scene for her, because the scene that she was in had been cut from the film.
It seemed like everyone from the class had been directed by the teacher, and I was like, shit, I missed it. Because I felt like my own creativity missed its chance.
We know when shit is rocking us. We do weirdly odd, destructive things.
And at one point, in the middle of a reshoot, we got an email from Brad.
I would feel better if I was added after your names for directing and writing credits also. This raised a good question about all the credits in our film because so many people had helped us out in so many different ways.
It will look unprofessional if you put everybody's name like on every job they did.
But it is unprofessional though. This is an unprofessional film.
It's really unprofessional.
You can't fuck with people and the truth like that in the entertainment business. You cannot do that. That's why there's so much insanity.
I would take a good look at the film, and if you need to sit down and just watch it from the beginning and the end and know what makes your dick hard and know where that credit goes, that's the only thing I can tell you.
I heard that you said that I was going to stop the film, and what I had said was, I could do that.
Brad started talking about lawyers, and we were feeling very threatened.
We consulted Liz for her advice.
And she chose to take matters into her own hands and publicize the problems.
Liz's blog was completely uncalled for and stupid, and she shouldn't have posted that.
I think the line was, it's funny how the termites come out of the woodwork as soon as the film gets some notice.
Really? There's some, like, cockroach, trying to claim that he wrote the movie?
I couldn't imagine who would have thought they owned part of the movie.
Oh, God, it was so bad. It was just so below it was just like, I just remember thinking, this is really negative energy.
Why would someone even write something like that?
I immediately called Brad. I picked up the phone, I said, I just forwarded you a blog that you need to call Aaron and Susan and figure out whatever you need to figure out.
I literally almost threw up. To flip that on and then know what I had done for you guys, for your creative process, for the movie, that was it.
Before this email, or this thing that went up from Liz, what are you and Susan feeling slighted by? Susan, I'm waiting for your response too. I would like to know what is a lie, what is not truth, and what is painful. I'd like to know what is wrong.